With thousands of mobile games in the App Store, all of us are always looking for one of the ones that is just going to hit home. One that we could spend hundreds of hours playing because we absolutely love the game. I'm talking about those hidden gem mobile games. Today I'm sharing with you 15 mobile games that are a little bit deeper in the App Store that are definitely worth your time, whether they're casual, dark, dreary, or action-packed. Check out this list because you're definitely going to find one that you'll love. First on the list is Anima ARPG. For all of you action RPG fans out there that are looking for an older style, a more brutal action RPG where death means death and where progression is earned, not given. Something like a Diablo 2 style game versus a Diablo 4 style game as of today. Anima does this extremely well, and on top of this, another nice perk of the game is that it's absolutely free to play. You can progress through the entire game without spending any money. I absolutely love this one and think that it's a shining star in the action RPG space, and one that you should definitely take a look at, especially if you're looking for action with an older theme. Next up we have Brotato, and this is one of those endless shooting style games where you progress your weapons as you go, and you go through stages of monsters that continuously come at you. In this case, you're in the form of a potato. There is a free-to-play mobile version, a premium mobile version which removes all of the ads, and it's actually on Steam as well, which is actually quite nice. I love when mobile games are also available on other platforms like PC also. I chose this one out of all from the genre because I think that it's a little bit more hidden than some of the others, and it's one of my personal favorites. Who doesn't love a potato that can upgrade their weapons and slay everything that comes at them? The game's action-packed, the graphics are simple yet on point and really cool looking, and the gameplay is addictive and fun. It's gonna definitely keep you coming back for more. A very easy to pick up, hard to put down action-style mobile game that's simple yet really rewarding. And if you're looking for a turn-based strategy-style game, Knighthood is one that is completely overlooked all the time. I've actually been seeing more and more advertisements for it on Instagram, which is really good because the game is very much worth your time. You play as a knight with a gauntlet that is magical. You upgrade your knight as you go, and you have these champions that fight behind you that act as special abilities. You go through all the stages and progress until you get to the final stages of the campaign. There's also multiplayer inside of this and great PvE elements where you and your guild of players can fight against some big world bosses, take them down for some massive rewards. Knighthood is a vertical style game, definitely a hidden gem, and one of my favorites in the genre. Let me share with you guys Nova Island. This is a game that has similarities to games like Clash Royale, but so much more depth. There are so many leaders that you can pick up inside of here and other cards, all from different factions, all that do different things. I put a video or two actually out on this game just a few months ago, and I've been thinking about it since because it's actually so much fun to play. Nova Island takes the simplicity of this style game and takes it to the next level, allowing you to play on simple terms, but then you could also get into the depths of the game that is extremely strategic and quite complicated. It has PvE and PvP and is some cool characters that you may want to follow along the way. You build out your favorite decks and you just crush other people, or like me, maybe got crushed along the way. Really a lot of fun, worth the time investment to learn how to be excessively good in the game. Now here's one that we haven't talked about for a while, this one being Catalyst Black. You're in an open world where you fight against others with your team, and the coolest thing about this is you're actually able to turn into a god that has massive powers, and when you have this transformation, you could really dominate the battlefield. It's a very cool feature of this game, and I actually thought when this was in development that the game was going to be massive. It's actually quite a niche game at this point in time and offers 5v5 battles. So when I say it's this open world, it's not actually like an MMO open world. It's just some big battlefields that you can fight upon. It's actually really cool. Upgrade mechanics are on point, and I think the game is really worth the time to play because it's straight up a lot of fun. Graphics are really cool too, and it has that over-top ARPG look to it. And not only does it have 5v5 battles, but it also has 10v10 and 12v12 as well, if you have enough friends. And if you guys haven't yet checked it out, I do have my own website, echogaming.io, where I bring you content from all of my channels and break it down in blog form so you could actually read the article, read the TLDR, and then have the breakdown of all of the games that are on the list. This website is your cheat code to knowing what to play, and also brings you into Raid Shadow Legends, Diablo Immortal, top 10 games, and more. Go check out echogaming.io and support my blog. Now, I'm not a big fan of endless runners, but Into the Dead 2 is an exception that I will make. Here, it's not only an endless runner, because you're not running through stages or anything like that, but you are running in a succession, picking up weapons along the way, and slaying zombies as they come across your screen. The game has got great graphics, the gameplay is super fast and addicting, and it just always has new levels that you're going to want to progress towards. Plus, a little bit of story to follow along the way if you're someone that's into lore. But my favorite thing about the game is the weapon progression you can have. You can make your weapons so strong and just start demolishing zombies, but you better jump, you better run fast, and you better be accurate with your shots so you don't get captured and killed, because you don't want that to happen. You want to collect the arsenal and slay the game. Now let's simplify it and show you guys Knight's Edge, a vertical style 3v3 PvP game where you go from stage to stage, taking down enemies, taking down other real life people. It's a very easy to dive into game that has some really fun mechanics regarding the battle inside of the game. I really like this one for a quick 5 to 10 minute gameplay, maybe when you're in the bathroom. Not something I would dive into and spend a ton of time playing, but something that I would definitely enjoy in short bursts. This is a good quick play style game where you can really skill up your account and skill up yourself to become a better player and progress further through. It's going to get more enjoyable as you go. Very casual, and I like that. Now I have another action RPG for you. This one more new age, called UND December. I do play Diablo Immortal every single day on my other channel, Echo Gaming Diablo, but everyone knows about that game. UND December is that hidden gem. It's one that's deep within the App Store. Actually, it's on Steam as well and offers crossplay between your account on mobile and on Steam. But this action RPG is great for many reasons. One, a lot of complexity. Two, you make a character and you build them out to be whatever kind of class you want based off of the weapons and skills that you unlock. Also, there's a rune system inside of the game that's going to add that complexity kind of in the form of skill trees. On top of that, the graphics are actually insane. It's one of the best mobile ARPG visually looking games. I actually think it's probably a little bit better looking than Diablo Immortal. The gameplay is super fun. It gets a little congested on mobile and may be a better experience for you on PC because of the amount of things on the screen. But the game is fun. If you're looking for a new style action RPG that you could play on mobile or on PC, UND December is a great option for you to check out. Now, I don't know how I go from an action RPG to this, but My Singing Monsters is also such a really good game. Here, you're going to unlock different islands, and as you unlock the islands, you will go through different quests to unlock different monsters. Each of the monsters sings a little different ditty and allows you to put the entire song together as you unlock all of them in your island. Yeah, it's like a Clash of Clans build your base type thing, but with singing. Now this is definitely a goofy style game, and also actually it's available on PC and on mobile, so it's one that you could also do that crossplay with. I like it a lot. It's not one I'll go frequent, but my kids do love playing this one, and I know that a lot of people have been in love with this game for a long time. Maybe you didn't know it was on mobile. Next up, we have Fennec Arena. Now, why Fennec Arena and not, say, Brawl Stars? One, everyone knows Brawl Stars. Everyone knows it's great. Everyone also knows to use Code Echo in any Supercell game, but Fennec Arena is a very similar style game that has a ton of different types of game modes. You could play this game as a battle royale. You could play it as a MOBA style game. You could play it as a free-for-all style game. There are so many ways to play this one that I think it really can be attainable and accessible and enjoyable by all players. As you can see, it does look a lot like a Brawl Stars with the top down, how everything looks, but the gameplay is actually maybe even more diverse, offering different game modes that Brawl Stars did not actually bring. You probably should play Brawl as well, but this is one that you can dive into and really experience something new, and a lot of that something new. There's a lot of depth inside of the game, tons of different champions that you can unlock that all have different abilities. I think this one is really a lot of fun. I think it's really cool, and I think that it's underplayed. Punishing Gray Raven is the anime-style action RPG that I chose to feature in this video. Here, you have some great graphics, very dark, which I like. I like action RPG games that are dark in nature, hence Diablo, but this brings that in an anime world. Absolutely love it. The combat's really fun, and the weapons, are intense. You have some ranged weapons and melee weapons that are all pretty fun to use. I think this one is a must play if you want something anime themed. Now, speaking of anime themed, maybe you want an anime themed fighter. This is one of the best fighting games on mobile that, again, is not very well known. It's Skullgirls, and here you have all these different anime types of characters that take it to the battle and have just some really great fights. So many different characters and heroes that you could play as, all with different fighting styles. If you're a fighting game type of person, this is one you probably already know of. But if you're getting into the space and looking for a game that's not just your typical, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, this is one that's worth your time and a ton of fun to play that also requires quite a bit of skill to perfect. Now, I wanted to choose an arena style shooter, and for that I chose T3 Arena. This is a beautiful game with Overwatch vibes to it, where you basically have 3v3 battles with different characters all inside of the arena, and that allow you to have so much customization as well. The graphics, huge standout. I think the game looks incredible. The gameplay, so addicting and fun. I've actually played it quite a bit on this channel in the past. But it's one that's, again, underplayed. It's not the most popular game. And obviously, I wanted to share this with you today because it is one of my favorites in the arena battler scene. I think the combat is so much fun, the graphics are on point, and it's just a must-play if you like the genre. Metal Slug Awakening is awesome, taking you back to the arcades from the 90s and bringing you a new style, new graphic game that is a platformer shooter that's one of the best of all time. I think it plays really well on mobile as well and offers us a lot as gamers if you're looking for a platformer shooter. One of my favorites in the genre right here, and I think, again, it's a pretty quiet game. And by quiet, I mean that not a lot of people know about it. And you should, because if you're looking for some quick platformer shooter style action, this is the game for you. It's so much fun. And where you been, bro? Star Wars Hunters is the newest arena shooter that you probably already know of. Maybe you don't, because it is newer to the scene. Now, whether you like Star Wars or not, this is the most popular arena battler out there right now, all right? Whether you like Star Wars or not, it's one that has such fun gameplay and progression that you have to test it out. Now, if you want to stay on top of my videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on what I have for you every single day.